You already had your reservations towards religion.
I had reservations in kindergarten.
What informed you that early?
They said Christians are the lambs of God. And I know sheep are very stupid animals. So I wanted to be a goat.
A professor that I've brought a discussion of his here, I think 2 years ago, he had an audience with a Newton Della. I think it's a podcast. And he said something about religion. And he said that we should remove religion from education in Africa. And this came 2 days before the situation of the president of Burkina Faso started circulating. And I said, it is time. The timing proves that things are in alignment. And, the Black Winter will come, but will be victorious. Since already the universe have been sending messages like this to us already before it even happened. Traore prophesied about it. We have situation around us that is preparing our mind towards it. If you're one of those who plan for the destruction of Ibrahim Traore's life, or for the killing of Ibrahim Traore through religion, be it Islam, Judaism, or Christianity, when the Black Winter ends, your life will go with that Black Winter. Ashe. Yes. So, he said that religion should be removed from the educational curriculum or from the curriculum of the Africans in the continent of Africa. That is, different countries in Africa should remove religion from their curriculum. And I want us to listen to him because there are some key points he gave us. And it is because these religions are taught, we become indoctrinated from childhood. And so we grow up being custodian to the point where we become fanatic, where we can go to the point of putting a dagger to our brother's neck because we feel that that brother of ours have spoken against religion. Let's listen to him and then we continue. He's a Ghanaian, by the way.
2026. Go and look at the primary school book, right? It says the benefits of colonialism.
Oh my God.
That is what our children, when I saw the book, that chapter, and what does it say the benefits of colonialism are? Number 1, education.
Education.
2, religion. 3, systems and medicine, right? But almost 70% of Ghanaians still have no access to this medicine, and yet they are living good. Colonization, right, is not in our interest.
Yeah.
So every system that was created by colonialism ultimately becomes our oppressor. Okay. Kofi Ganaba said one thing. He said that what shows the power of a man? He said to him, Nkrumah is the most powerful man who has ever existed. Why? Because Nkrumah got Christians and Muslims to unite against him. And Nkrumah got America and Russia to unite against him. So why did that happen? Because Nkrumah said, Ghana is a secular nation. We must remove religion from education. And what we teach in schools must be science-based. So our education as a secular nation cannot be based on faith. It must be based on science. So when our children go to school, all we are going to teach them is what we know to be science today, and we are going to teach them that what we know to be science is constantly changing. If you are Christian in your house, teach your children religion at home. If you are Muslim, teach them. If you are a traditionalist, if you're animist, whatever you are, religion is a private matter. It is not a national matter. So when Nkrumah said, Ghana National Secondary School, the boys who were sacked from either Mfansipim or Adesadal, it all had to do with religion. So Nkrumah created Ghana National Secondary School, which was devoid of religion, right?
Okay.
Even though post his death, they've brought religion there like everywhere else. So Nkrumah said we must remove religion from education, because if you teach something faith-based alongside something which is scientifically based, because it's science, we can say it's absolute, you are teaching people that this theory, which is based on nothing, right? Faith there is based on nothing that is real, because if your faith comes from within, then it's based on something which is real. But if it's external source of faith, we are teaching faith alongside science. So our children are going to grow up believing that faith is the same as science.
Yeah.
We must separate them. As soon as Nkrumah tried to remove religion from our educational system, have you ever read the school books, what they say about Nkrumah? They never say anything good about Nkrumah.
Yeah, Nkrumah is one person that in education he's really
Yes,
destroyed.
it's because those who were educated or those who were indoctrinated, right, could not understand Nkrumah's vision because their minds had already been polluted by religion and 1 + 1 = 2. There are Ghanaians who said, oh, we want to go the British way. How can you go the British way? The British colonized you. Are you going to, if you're going the British way, means you are going to go and colonize Britain. Are you sure you are ready to do that? Are you sure you can do that? So if Ghanaians are going to adopt something British, the first thing we have to do is go and colonize Britain.
Yeah.
But when Ghanaians say we are taking a British approach, colonizing Britain is not even on their radar. That shows you how brainwashed and how stupid this educational system has made us.
But there's one thing I always say, if I'm sitting in my house, right, and some neighbors break into my house and they beat me every day for a week, and then when they are leaving, after beating me every day for a week, they give me a book
biscuit.
and some biscuits and a movie to watch and tell me that these things they've given me are going to make my life better. Should I believe them? So when we are oppressed for 400 years, and after that oppression, they leave behind their religion, their educational system, and media to keep feeding our minds.
And their healthcare system.
And their healthcare system.
Which is dependent on medicines which they produce.
Yes.
Do you know how many Ghanaians have access to Western medicine? It's less than 30%. So the vast majority of Ghanaians, the medicine that they have access to, whether it's a midwife, traditional midwife, whether it's this, is the majority of Ghanaians, right? They use traditional medicine. Okay, when the government allocates Ministry of Health budget, what percentage goes into traditional medicine? If it was not 20, 25 years ago, even the traditional midwives were not incorporated into the National Health Service, even though they were delivering most of the babies in Ghana. So it's like we've got a method of delivering babies in this country, and we ignore it completely because it does not fit the structure of the National Health Service that the British left for us.
Everything that we do is bad. Let me give you an example. Christian mythology is not called Christian mythology. It's just called the creation story. And then we have Greek mythology, which is mythology, but it still sounds nice. And then we have African witchcraft. Look at the look at the hierarchy. Christian facts, because everybody knows that Adam and Eve is how the world was created, because that is the creation story. And then Greek, Norse mythology, like all the other ones are mythology. It's nice. You see Thor, and Thor is fighting with his hammer, yes, Mjolnir, because this is mythology, is nice. And African is Chewa with witchcraft.
Yeah. Where does book no lie come from?
No idea.
It's part of the educational system.
Okay.
Book no lie. And yet we know there are more lies in books
Than any other place.
than there are in the mouths of...
One thing I learned a few years ago, and I was disappointed, I had just learned about it. The Ottoman Empire. I didn't know the Ottoman Empire. I didn't know the Ottoman Empire. Because all the history I had studied was from school.
Which is British conquest, French conquest, Norman conquest at most.
Thank you.
American independence.
Thank you. So when I learned about the Ottoman Empire, that they defeated the Romans, because I'd always asked who put an end to the Roman Empire. So when I learned they defeated the Romans, I learned they were the world superpower for like 400 years. I was like, who are these and why don't I know them?
It's like the Crusades lasted 700 years. Who were they fighting with? That you can't beat them for 700
years.
So, a 700-year war, fighting over what? What are you fighting for?
Over whose religion is right.
How does that make sense, right? If you...
recently, they called the US-Iran war a holy war. That's what the US said.
All right, that's a lot in one. You can follow this on YouTube as well. Now, this very professor have been talking a lot about religion. The initial discussion of his that went viral, I'm going to leave it there right now so you listen to it.
You already had your reservations towards religion.
I had reservations in kindergarten.
What informed you that early?
They said Christians are the lambs of God. And I know sheep are very stupid animals. So I wanted to be a goat. I realized goats were very intelligent and sheep were not. I said to my friends, the Bible was written by a liar like me. That's why I don't believe in it. Wow. And they went to report to the teacher. I fear religion more than anything in this world. When you veer away from religion, people think it's because you are not interested in God. But it's the opposite. Religion comes between you and God. I don't want there to be anything between me and God. I want to have a direct relationship with God. All religions say there is only one God. Whether it is true or not, it means Christians and Muslims, even when they are fighting, they are worshipping the same God. Because they both believe there is one God. So religion is what creates the conflict between human beings. God unites us, but religion divides us. So I like the God without the religion. In Ghana, I see 3-year-old children, they can recite A, B, C, D up to Z. But actually, what does that prove? It doesn't prove anything. So we should teach young children how to play, to interact with other children, to improve their social skills. So our obsession with teaching children 1 to 100 when they are 2 years old, yes, it's not healthy for our children. Our education system has done us more harm than good so far. The primary purpose of our educational system so far has been to separate us from our inherent identity. First of all, you are not taught in your own language. If you go to church, they preach to you in your own language. The only book that has ever been translated into our languages is the Bible. But what they pretend to be teaching us, they never translated into our languages. So we never understood it. So the primary purpose of education is to indoctrinate you with religion. There is no school in Ghana where religion is not compulsory. Primary purpose of education, as it was brought to us, was to teach us religion. That is why they translated the religion into our language, but they didn't translate anything else into our language. That means they are not actually interested in us learning anything other than religion. Our entire system of education is based on a British model. The British were not interested in making us better people. Otherwise, they would not have colonized us. Colonizing somebody is not about helping them, it's about helping yourself. I said to my friends, the Bible was written by a liar like me. That's why I don't believe in it. Wow. And they went to report to the teacher. So at that time, in 1976, there was only one school in Ghana where religion was not compulsory. That was Ghana International School. So I ended up in Ghana International School.
So these are his own ideas. These are what he thinks. These are the things he have at heart. When you listen to Kwame Nkrumah's story and how Ghanaians betrayed an unalived him, even till today, a good number of Ghanaians still see Kwame Nkrumah as the enemy, and they were happy that they took him out, to the point where they even make posters of Kwame Nkrumah with horns on their head. So they liken Kwame Nkrumah to the devil, and they praise the Europeans, the Americans that work with them to take out Kwame Nkrumah as God that has helped them to take out the devil. This is how far religion has gotten to the bones, to our bones, and is killing us gradually. Okay? It's killing us gradually. Now, we have grown to glorify everything European, everything Arab, because those who grew up as Muslims see everything Arab as holy, and those who grew up as Christians see everything Europeans as holy. And this true group of persons have never meant well for Africa. The Arab colonized Africa for over 1,000 years. And all this while, when they colonized Africa, they keep subjugating Africa, castrating the men, marrying the women, birthing children, and turning the continent into a chaotic hub. Islam don't teach this to their followers. They teach them that it was the right thing to do, that they were bringing the good news. A religion of peace castrated men that were owners of the land and killed and destroyed. And the Christians, through crusades, I've been speaking about crusade here, from the 10th century through 15th century, thereabouts, we had crusades ongoing around the world where Christians were going up and down, fighting and killing people because they want their own religion to take superior power. Muslims did the same. They want their religion to take superior power. All of these are done. And people should be saying, do not know that these people are just fighting for power and legitimacy. They are used as weapon of mass destruction. These religions are weapon of mass destruction. And we can see that evident in the recent situation in Burkina Faso, where the imam should be a Ghanaian imam, disappointed in Ibrahim Traore, subtly threatened him, subtly insulted him, and praised Arabization and praised Islam and praised Sharia law, and gave reasons why the 800 Burkinabes in Saudi Arabia have the right to study Sharia law. And he will not just stop there. He will instigate other imam and sheikh around the world to gang up against Ibrahim Traore. And like I told you in previous videos, this is the last weapon that France has. So France teamed up with Saudi Arabia to create something that can instigate the crowd into wanting to kill Traore with their hand. And this is a message to the Burkinabes. Do not fall for this trap. At this time, let them know that even religion cannot come between you and your solidarity to Ibrahim Traore, because Traore deserves it. Traore deserves our support, Traore deserves our love, Traore deserves our encouragement and everything that you can think about, because he had done a lot. He gave his life from the beginning, and see how Burkina Faso is today. Just imagine if this coup didn't happen. For those of you who have something against the taking over of power, imagine if they didn't take over power like this. Do you think that the Sahel will experience the success they experience today? Faso now have electric car factory. They produce cars, beautiful cars, cell phones, companies that produce cell phones, fresh juice, okay, cement. They produce their own cement, their own tomato paste. They don't take it in. They don't buy tomato paste from anywhere. They make their own tomato paste themselves. Their own milk, no importing. Different factories have been built just within few years that this man came to power. A young man, he might be young and a small boy, but he has wisdom of the ancients. He's more than everybody. Traore is the best leader on earth right now. So for those who might want to say you're a small boy, when Sharia law was there, your great-grandfather was not even born. That's what that sheikh said. But he's wise. He knows that this is destruction. His great-grandfather might have bowed to Islamization, but he is more than his great-grandfather, because he had existed. He had the knowledge of ancestors that had existed before great-great-great-great-grandfathers of anybody was born. And that is why he wants Ma'at. He wants balance. Traore is working for balance. He's not taking sides. Okay, I'm here, I'm there. I'm a Muslim, so I must allow this. I have to take this. No, Traore is a leader, he's in the middle. He has to correct everybody accordingly. And that's why taking side is always tricky when it comes to situations that are critical. But most of you will not understand. So these are facts put together. I will see you in my next one. Remember that I love you, love yourself. Stay safe, stay positive always. Your Majesties. Bye for now.